Hi-oh, beaver! Away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Critscast. My name is Buck, and joining me for right now will be Wiethoofd on production, and I think we've got a second person in later to cast. But for now, this is the Season 21 Grand Finals of Div 1 Highlander, which is between Gaeta and Team 9. And we'll be starting off on this product map, which I think was Team 9's pick, as I'm hearing from Scrambled, who has graciously said that Gully and Upward, I think, were picked by Gaeta. So I hope you got your popcorn ready and your drinks ready, because we're going to be doing some more Highlander action here today. We've actually got Dum, actually. Hello, hello.
Yes, I am a little bit late. I was stuck in the middle of a interesting mid-game. However, they were nice to not go to a third map, so I'm here in time.
Well, there you go. Well, welcome. We've just haven't just started yet. We've got 18 in. We've got Magister actually in spec, but I might as well go down the rosters for now. On Team 9, I think we'd have Amaterasu on Scout. We've got Mars on Soldier. We're gonna have Gambit playing Pyro. Jun on Demo. Heavy will be someone that's just left, and I don't know who it is. We're gonna have Iro on NG. Medic will be Jack. Menti will be on Sniper, and then Magister will be on Spy.
Yes. Oh god, I forgot the name of the heavy. I know it's the main caller.
Yeah, I can't remember.
We're living in a post-TF2L world, yeah. It's tough. I know it's the main caller. And that's the important part here. Like, I think notably there was like the one preseason game, right, where they played against Zero Fronts on 9, I believe it was, and Upward was looking shaky in the first round, and then they took that time to talk between rounds there to talk things out, and the next round was looking incredible. And stuff like that is just indicative of someone having an idea how they want to play. And yeah, there we go. Quintos is here. That's the name I'm missing. And that's just always a good sign for a team. Having a strong main caller in any game mode in TF2, where you need any amount of coordination, so anything but MG basically, is just really, really valuable.
Yeah, and well, you never know. You might get MG main calls if you get some psychopath just kind of calling out all his damage or something. It might happen. We've got the Gaeta roster though as well. We've got Loopy. We're playing Scout. We've got TK and Soldier with Delta on Pyro. Bees is actually playing Demo, who's previously played Prem Soldier, so he's actually switched over to Demo for now. We've got Scrambled on Heavy. We've got Honjo be playing Engineer, who's on Pyro in the pregame. We've got Defukwazat on Sniper with Swipes on Spy, and then Matt J will be on Medic.
Yeah, certainly a strong season for them. I watched like 2 of their games. One wasn't close. I don't remember who it was against, unfortunately, anymore. The other one was, I believe, against Team 9 as well. So basically, between those 2 games, I was wondering, what will it look like when they have to try on Gaeta? And certainly that game they had to. Let's see if that will be the case again here.
Yeah, well, just to reiterate, this is the Season 21 Division 1 Grand Finals between Gaeta and Team 9 as this first one gets underway. We've got TK going in for a bit of an early bomb here. Trying to get around the back, some damage onto Ira, but I mean, he goes around the cliff. Nice snipe onto the Heavy, will actually probably open some space here.
Yeah, they're certainly trying to be playing overpoint a lot more on the Gaeta already. Menti's still here though, getting the Wizard as well. Means they're lacking a lot of firepower right now, but that doesn't matter too much with everyone already falling so far back, like we said. On Team 9, they're giving us up rather early here to play safe. Gets them out alive, but also does lose the point here.
Yeah, probably they keep the Medic alive. That's going to be even Ubers right now as Menti gets a nice snipe sort of point as well. But they'll be trying to push this point now with the Demo. Jack kind of goes down to half health, which is just trying to keep safe. But oh, there we go, the counter snipe onto the Demo. But they lose their Heavy in return. All these snipe picks. Oh, and the Scout goes down as well.
Pixie and they are both demos down. Means it's a bit awkward for either team to deal that lot of damage over point you really want. Pyro as well being annoying to cap and right on. It means they will have to approach here, but much earlier Uber onto Loopy here for Gaeta than it is on the German side. So Team 9 was the better Uber for now. Loopy still trying to annoy them a little bit here late on the Uber. The cap noticeably still hasn't really finished now for Team 9, so this whole Uber exchange just kept the timer going for Gaeta, and that's already looking to be the first minute here, and still no end in sight just yet.
Yeah, nice pressure coming in there, but they don't manage to cut the point. I mean, ultimately, you've got to have Gaeta just defending this point for now. Trying to pressure him with the Demo. Demo does go down, though, as Swatch gets Menti in the backline. But I mean, there's only 4 down right now for Gaeta, and a nice bomb in from Mars, actually.
Matt goes down. Magister got him with the damage, though, from everyone else just standing on cliff, shooting them down. Nicely gets that kill. Yeah, that is certainly what breaks the camel's back here. Losing the Downman like that in the middle of a fight while you're trying to aggressively contest just means you're losing all your firepower in the middle of a fight. And then just nice chase by Team 9 to get the medic on top of that as well. Certainly gets them point here and certainly would keep this in theory at least for a little bit longer too. They have good add out of this. What is Gaeta's response here now?
Yeah, Swipes is in behind, called with their meds on cliff here. Knife bomb in actually from Bees. Gonna be trying to get some damage down. Demo class. TK gets the medic though. Finds that gap, threads the needle, and will be getting the kill through the pyro and the heavy. But I mean, they lose quite a few people in return here, so I mean, ultimately they're still gonna have the point for a bit.
Yeah, TK just going like way deeper than anywhere else, and just while they're busy dealing with everyone else, he just comes back from the backlines from behind cliff and just gets Jack from the second time around pretty much. Will work out just fine. The timers are close, but certainly Gaeta will be relatively uncontested here. People just now spawning with the mat heals up as well, and no one's getting close to point at all. Wizard making sure of that just now. They will cap this back up on Gaeta, will keep this in control right now, and with this much ad as well, it's going to be difficult for Team 9 to make a play. They need pretty much just that same sack wave to be going exactly as well as they just seen on Gaeta to be able to have some counterplay here. And without a sniper, courtesy of Swipes, it's going to be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, he's just playing around the Fook right now. It's on this rock being healed by his medic. Actually kind of aggressive on the point, but he's just trying to stick this off a bit. But it's 100% in the back from Matt J. He's going to be sitting in pocket. Nice air blast from Delta to deny that spy coming in from that drop down location. But got a bit of a scout 1v1 going on here. Although the demo comes in really high bomb. Kind of hits the scene there, and then someone getting denied as well. So they're not really managing to find Matt J. They're really decent defense from Gaeta.
Yeah, they hit so much damage though. It's really unfortunate that it's really hard before you go into the side. If it's just easier to force by proxy if you just shoot down people that are with the medic instead of medic itself. Notably, in most situations like this, you see the medic safe and expensive with the pyro, so anyone else is a lot more approachable, and maybe just getting picks is easier. However, it's hard to determine if the medic will use that, if it's going to be good enough. In this case, it might have been. Everyone was so far away from the medic there. The sides, I believe, dead and maybe scrambled, so this would have worked. Never mind. Things just went from bad to worse.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Jack's keeping this Uber for very long. I thought he was going to use around the corner. Decides to be a bit ballsy and pays the price for it. Goes down there, dropping that Uber. Very unfortunate for Team 9 there, as Menti just trying to, like his best to try and find some sights over the top of this point. But everyone's sitting really pretty behind in pocket area, and they've still got this point control as Pintos tries to lead the charge back in.
Yeah, here they go. The Germans don't have much time left to make this happen, but they also have to see what test with. Duki will receive the brunt of this piece with this as well. Anything on point is mowed down immediately by 3 to 4 people there near the beam, and not much left standing to defend this. Menti tries to get a sneaky shot. TK shuts that down early, and there's not much left alive, especially no hope right now.
Yeah, the Assassin class is doing really well for Gaeta right here. I mean, they're both top scoring, both on 19 points at the moment. The Fook and Swipes coming in pretty clutch, although he does go down to Mars there. Nice sort of bomb interconnector, but I mean, they're trying to go up against a bit of a tidal wave here on the point as they managed to defend it off, and there we go, the first round will be going for Gaeta.
Yeah, fairly strong performance so far. It was like good looking at the beginning, but there's one first point contention that Gaeta just ended up winning. I ended up getting them so much early time in the first place that nothing else afterwards was good enough to turn this back around. So a good start to any round can help quite a bit. Let's see if Team 9 has a better mid-fight now.
Yeah, hopefully get some better Ubers in. Bees get quite aggressive. Goes quite low here, actually. Gets an hour from Matt J, though. Got another bomb in from TK very early on. Gonna go straight through main. Not really denying that. The whole combo being very aggressive here. No one protecting Menti. But just taking a lot of damage. Goes down to the spam from Bees, and with the help of Del, as he's just trying to like damage over the point.
Yeah, a lot of spam still ringing out, but Gaeta unfazed so far despite weak players. PK and Delta like a combined 40 health, and still they want to all fight here. They don't want to back off too early just yet, and it's not working out well. Albatross with some cleanup. Menti gets one more too as well. Looks like them doing great. Does not pay off. TK with a bomb gets so much damage. Does not get a last rocket in time. Wizard is still watching. Misses the damage for the body shot though, just barely. Jack will get out, and this will be a big win in the end. Still though, Matt, they live in the end. Makes a huge difference to how this rest of the round will play out here.
Yeah, does a good job of getting out there. He's going to regroup with his team on Cliff. They might try and just take an even trade in, or they want to do a bit of stacks. We'll have to wait and see. They're giving them quite a lot of space there. It's only really Jordan just trying to deny them with these sticks over the point. A lot of people in main, though, they use quite early. Kind of run to the demo. They get the scouting a bit late here, but Karuba comes in, and I don't know how this is going to find a fend out for Gaeta.
Well, you were not getting much, obviously hurts quite a bit. It's on the jumps right now to clean up forward, and it's good damage. That's eventually enough, and now they have the point for the taking, but they take so much trying to get that spam automatic here. One went down, Pyro is pretty much down as well. They need to be really safe here, and they're falling all back. At least Wizards get sniped here for Gaeta to make this a little bit better, but will it be enough? PK with a bomb again. The engine is out of nowhere.
Hunter comes in from behind. I didn't even see that. Just Hunter, the rogue engineer, through connector makes his way in with the help of TK. Really nice coordination there to get the medic. So no medic, no heals for them right now on the side of Team 9. We've got Quintus quite aggressive on the point despite having a lack of heals. Loopy gonna take the best of that one though as Bees helps him. And the stab comes in from Swept onto the sniper as well. Gonna open up all that space and just gonna play around that medic on the point. So it should be an easy count for them.
Yeah, I don't see a way for them to easily get back a point here. Matt did take some damage, so if anyone decides to go deep and something slips past the players of Gaeta, this could have been dangerous, but no one's making that call just yet. Everyone's just playing it safe. They get these sort of troubles, which is a good pick for sure, but I don't think it's enough, at least by itself, so there needs to be a little more backup here, and the spawns need to be here for that in the first place. So June shut down though. That's looking dire right now for Team 9. Gaeta just slowly but surely getting pick after pick here.
Yeah, they got this counter Uber in, and as I say that, they're going to have to get Loopy in here, trying to get them off the point. It's actually quite far away though, so he should be relatively safe. We're going to try and just regroup on this cliff in this house area as Team 9, as Aura's mini gets sapped in main, but I mean, they managed to pick up TK on the flank. They're actually 4 down right now. Loopy goes down to a nice headshot from Menti as well, so they might try and take this player out in.
Ooh, Magister beats the stab, unfortunately. This is the perfect opportunity to spy behind while the rest of the team pushes. The match just will fall back towards you in some way or shape or form, but with the back not turned, it has to be the pistol coming out and it won't hit the shots. Everyone else at least kept the point in the meantime, and more importantly than that, no one went down for that. Perfect scenario for Team 9, pretty much, keeping the time close on the point. Yamato also overextending a little bit here, trying to chase, I believe, the sniper it was. Won't be getting that and will die for it in the end as well. They don't quite have yet, but you can already start making some pressure towards the point to get some cap time going and force them out early. Certainly worked for Team 9, however, mixed results so far.
Yeah, trade demos, they're interesting. Both snipers getting the respective demos as just kind of trying to look down the main side on here with help of the mini. Edge capping coming out from the scout, but they lose 3 in return. Not looking good to try and edge cap this point. Although nice snipe comes out onto Menti from the Wiethoofd there, but Magister gets the stab in return. So they're going to be trying to sit on this 100%, although importantly Magic still has 100% here, so they'll have to try and come in very soon.
Yeah, they somehow need to find a way to actually use that in a great way for them, and at the moment it's just Honjo on point, trying to force them to contest here early. Not quite the case yet, but these both teams ready now. These wants this Uber and they will get it.
Trying to trade it out now, trying to Gambit doing his best to try and air blast them back. They're trying to trade some picks over the point. Magister gets a stab onto the heavy in the back lines though. I don't know how this is going to fare for them. Beats go down really low, nice hit scan cleanup on the side of Team 9 as Magister's going to run for his life back to the cliff, and they managed to get some decent point control. They've got a lot of time to try and call back Gaeta here.
Yeah, much better round so far for Team 9. Looking really nice once they set up the steps on the point here, which just getting there was the difficult part last round. So again, the better position early can help so much. Let's see how much more they can squeeze out of this, or will Gaeta be able to finally get something going this round. It will be difficult, even on Ubers, they need to play fast as well. They only have 20 seconds, and if the Spy's not making the play, who else will now?
Oh, and they're feeding to Menti's sightline. He's still just sitting there. Got to try and take the sniper 1v1. As the folks are trying to stare him down. Bomb from TK, will get cleaned up quite quickly though. Nice quick clean up there from Team 9, but Bees can try and take this aggression across the point with Del, but they haven't got the heavy here. There's no real easy hit scan cleanup as Loopy's still destroying the back lines. Mini's still alive from Iroh as well in this main spot, and I don't know, this round is looking a bit sketch.
Yeah, both teams will use, and with so many people down, it's really just a matter of air blasting away Gambit, just forcing people towards the point and forcing them away pretty much immediately as well. No one's getting closer at the end. And with a minute 40 left for Gaeta, this round will turn out to be quite the opposite of the last one.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, Menti's definitely turned up now. I think he's probably warmed up a bit, so I mean, they're going to have to really play around their sniper here. I think it's going to be definitely a battle of the snipers. I mean, both snipers have been doing a pretty good job of taking down the respective combo classes, so we'll have to see how they try and take away this mid. But Lady buttons in from both demos here as Beast trying to spam across the point. Goes down quite low once again. But, no, we'll have to see if TK doesn't nearly bomb in again.
Let's see how much it will do though. For now, it's Menti the one getting the damage done here. And the heavy pick is really good. TK eventually finds himself in the back lines, but it's the rest of the team that has to do damage here because he's just turning heads right now. And not enough of that, it seems, because they just stopped carrying.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why Heavy goes cliff quite a lot on product mids. You'll see it like the higher levels, and yeah, Quintus unfortunately not doing that. TK definitely abusing that, gets that spacing, no one to deny him up there. It's good spam onto Jat there, and he manages to catch him out, and they don't back out in time. So really nice mid there from Gaeta with the help of TK.
Yeah, sometimes one mistake can steamroll pretty quickly, and losing medic immediately leads to everyone else just being pushed at by the rest of Gaeta, making sure that that one pick goes the full distance here into everyone else dying for a safe cap on point. They will get that just fine as well. have this point kept up for the first time this round. Certainly, like we've seen the last 2 rounds, helped quite a bit here. How much time can this be? What is the counterplay for Team 9? For now, it seems to be a sack wave. Heavy already in. No one's really fast about it. There we go.
Oh, Magic! Oh, he forces that. The dispenser goes down. I don't really realise until just about too late, but he manages to get the Uber out just before he dies. So nice little stack wave, actually. I mean, Quintos sort of starting off with that aggression, a bit of bait. Demo and Soldier come in to follow up, so really well played by them. And they get only a few picks there. I mean, Menti goes down, so I'll delay their sniper push in, but let's see how they kind of come back in with this. It's only very small ad, though, interestingly.
Yeah, the quicker you sack, the better in theory. In practice, it could turn out bad if you just have less advantage because of it. It's this double-sided situation here, which can be really unfortunate. It did help, obviously, that everyone just tunnel vision the Devilman on the sack wave, so the Soldier had a free chance. And they're going to be kicking themselves for that one. However, the push is yet to happen for Team 9.
Yeah, they do probably have enough ads to make it work though now. I mean, they've got about 30% ads. They're not trying to use though. I mean, they use now. Maybe a bit late there, but there we go. Got Magic going down, just going to be sitting in pocket, not really splitting the ad there, unfortunately, as Scramble trying to do his best to deny them coming in. Managed to live on like 1 health, but he's trying to spam them off the point, and they managed to cap it out though either way, and DuMmTm with a nice snipe onto the heavy there, but ultimately it will be won out by Team 9 for now, but as I say that, even more picks ring out.
Ooh, and important ones too. Swipes with the medic. It was already looking dire to keep the point, but now it seems impossible if they can't mount a sack with immediately, and without buffs or everyone alive for that in the first place, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, trying to pressure on the process point now, getting a really good job here, just trying to play with their heals. Magister in the battle lanes, they're going to be going for that sniper pick. Gets the sniper, goes for the medic, gets found out by Delt though. Might get the shot. Oh, he whiffs the shots.
Alright, a little bit of calm before the storm here. Question is when the storm will be coming, because it's only Mad with like big advantage right now. Team 9 really desperate to get any even in the board here for now. Like, it's going in straight. They don't want to wait, understandably so. Time isn't looking great right now, and they're just taking the fight straight up. It's not going too well. Wiethoofd march down immediately, forcing people towards spawn, and it will force Uber as well. Maybe just what they're looking for.
TK almost dies after when has to get a bit of a flash of the Uber. Magister still in behind it. Gets to fuck again. Oh, and the snipe from Menti onto the medic. It's an absolute tragedy for Gaeta, as they've only got like 5 alive now, and they still haven't got this point. And yeah, the reinforcements coming from Team 9 there as well. So I'm trying to just deny this point for now. Ooh, nice attempt there from TK, but doesn't manage to find it.
Yeah, the better the teams get, the harder it will be to play, like, well, just this unhinged aggressive style. But it worked this once. Maybe they need some more of that instead of just being a little bit passive as we've seen before. Who knows how long this will be working for them, though. As for now, they might have the point, but certainly Gaeta won't let this happen for much longer. They're trying to get in for the sack, but no one's getting close enough. Jack takes 1 rocket worth of damage, and that's the end of that one.
Yeah, Jack with his positioning on the cliff there. Not sure if that got called out. I mean, I don't think Swipes in behind to actually call that, so... unfortunate by Gaeta to not con where Jack was prior to that bomb. They just came in and got pretty much mulched there. So trying to bide their time here, Team 9 on the point. I mean, they've definitely run down this time and they've got 100% still. Match's working up to his Uber, so let's try to see if they take a trade. I want to do another sack in.
Yeah, let's see what it will be here with the Uber. Obviously, a lot of opportunities and a lot of them dying down very quickly if you are just not careful enough. The snipe is huge for Team 9 right now. This went down to like a minute deficit, dead even on the timer. If not, much better for them if the sack wave doesn't work.
Yeah, TK goes and gets the blocker onto chat, but I mean, there's a lot of damage actually coming out. I mean, they get the demo, but they've only got like 4 people alive right now. Magi's still in the back. Quintos trying to push forward to him, might get the sniper pick. Nah, sniper gonna surf that one out, but yeah, I don't know. Magic kind of just not really respecting the sniper sight line there. I mean, Menti's kind of staring it down. They know where the sniper is, surely. Like, I really think they should just kind of Uber around the corner and just take the post Uber fight, but unfortunately didn't work out.
Yeah, and suddenly we're in this really powerful position where if this play doesn't work, then it's looking dire for the Gaeta right now. They're just all on point right now, and that is surprisingly the best sack they had so far.
Yeah, and they get that sort of semi-force out. I mean, Jack kind of getting pressured and Quintos getting pressured as well. Par goes down there though, so I mean, they've already got 3 picks in here, no demo as well. The sniper goes down, so Menti have to try and carry some damage on the point here, but they're all kind of on this right side, taking cover from the sniper that's on the cliff, but they cap it out eventually and they'll probably just take that win, but Scramble does go down there.
Yeah, and that's costly. 15-second respawn when you have 20 seconds to spare if they get on point here. It's dangerous. Swipe just somehow gets 2 for the price of 1. Devilman had no idea June goes down, and well, it's a little bit of time, but with 50 seconds left, you take 80 seconds off the point you can get here right now.
Yeah, Swipe's doing a good job there, just trying to delay them. So it's good, definitely just sort of give them some more time to defend this point with them. They've got 100% importantly here. It's going to be trying to sit pretty in pocket as they're just going to heal the demo and the sniper to try and peek across this point. I thought it was actually Jack going down there, but it's actually just him falling off the cliff. But we're trying to defend this point. They've got the mini quite aggressive. No stack coming in just about yet, so they're probably just going to wait for the super and bide their time.
Well, they have a little bit of time to spare, but being off the point in this like low time situation is always really awkward. You are the ones that have to be in a predictable position as the easy target on the point. We'll see how this goes. The scout pick is nice. There's enough time for them to spawn, but not much more than that. And certainly, while Wizard just popping up here, it's gonna be actually them waiting for the players.
Trying to say Uber's on the point right now. It's kind of a bit of chaos, and the scrum's coming in here for the post fight. Loads of people going down there on Team 9. As Uber's looking pretty good for Gaeta. Got the Pyro just trying to stay alive on the point, doing his best to get all the damage out. Demo comes in, it's a bit of a chaos though, and there we go. That'll be the second round for Gaeta through all that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, once again, maybe just playing this a little bit aggressive, maybe before he was wrapped, to just force out of presence on the point would have done the job just fine. Difficult to say afterwards, obviously, but certainly waiting for the Uber just didn't allow for much time for anything to happen while the point's being capped, because there was no time. They had to have Uber on point while also capping without Uber on point. Difficult situation, and Gaeta took care of it nicely.
Yeah, definitely. We got a TK going for his classic sort of early bomb in. Mars gets the better of that though as he gets thrown into the air, but West Demo's going to be kind of passive right now. Got Scramble just sort of spamming his Thomas Love across the point as John trying his best to try and stick them all out. And although Gaeta seems to be giving this up, actually going down there. I didn't see that.
Yeah, looks like it took a bit fight for now. They cap off pretty quickly, and like you said, with the medic kill as well, we might have a repeat of round number 2 where they're just sitting pretty on point for an eternity, it felt like last time. Let's see if Gaeta have to counterplay quickly this time around. The Zags were not great the last few times they tried. Team 9 took care of them nicely. However, they should hopefully be learning their lessons here about it.
Oh, TK's going for it again. Got Gambit trying to do his best to deny the TK, and there we go. He will go down. And Jack with his positioning on Cliff. Seems to be working out for him. You know, you got that saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's definitely what they're applying right now with this Cliff hold. And they've got 100% here. Matt J's kind of just waiting for his spawners to come in as they're walking behind this house. But I don't know. I think they need to change up the strategy. Like, if the sacks aren't working, they need to try and play around like their sniper, or like just try and walk onto the point and edge cap it. Because at the moment, they're pretty passive if they're going to sit on Cliff.
Yeah, the edge cap worked out fairly nicely as well. It's just difficult if a lot of the team is still up. If you, especially after sniper to contest with, it's really, really difficult. So sad would be for now, and there you go.
Ooh, there we go. Jack being found there. We'll be going down with a bit of a drop as Matt J could be slowly building up his Uber. But there's quite a lot of people to actually try and cap in here. I mean, it's going to be all on Loopy pretty much to try and get this. He does have a medic with him, so he should have to win this fight. And Scrammle's coming in from the teleporter just now, so hoping they cap this out and even up the times.
Yeah, the camp will run out here eventually. For Gaeta, they will get the point finally. Minute 40 left for Team 9. And Gaeta finally gets the point here. Gave this up for a long time here, but this needs to count right now. They have this advantage, and we've seen it being difficult for Team 9 before. They need to keep this up right now and do what's been working so far. On Team 9, on the other hand, they need to find, much like Gaeta did just now, new ways to actually deal with this. Granted, for Gaeta, they didn't really do that. They just did it until it worked. Didn't have the greatest result for Team 9 just yet this match.
Yeah, I don't really like how Gaeta's kind of clumped up in his pocket area though. They're going to need to spread out. I mean,
oh yeah, there you
go.
Like one pipe hits both the demo, medic and the pyro at the same time.
Yeah, it's very kind of awkward. But I mean, I say that, but the demo goes down. Jun going down is going to definitely help defend this point for a bit as they lose the spam. But the heavy goes down in return. Means that they might open him up to a few bombs with the mini going down as well. We got Ahmed's just no fear right now. She's going to be trying to push him to the point, but got Swipes going for a bit of a stab onto Mars, doesn't find it. As they're trying to edge cap this, just like I was saying before. I mean, Team 9 definitely have a no fear, and they managed to get this Uber off.
Yeah, that's a force. At least to save the situation a little bit here, but with Jack still going down, it's a small consolation prize, seeing as they still don't get mad at the end of this one. They still don't get cap in the meantime, and losing this many people, they might not be able to contest easily as well. Afterwards, Matt surfs his rocket nicely out of there as well. Mars with this last-ditch effort to try to get the medic. Still won't happen. They cap, and still doing a few people down. It might not be good. Everyone's like 10 seconds away from spawning right now.
Yeah, see the problem when you do this is like when you cap the point, you get the worst spawns obviously, so you'll be trying to like do their best to get to spawn them out of this area. Jack could be the last one to leave here possibly, almost gets caught out but does manage to leave as Menti's just in pocket, but apparently I'm hearing they just missed a telefrag, so I guess that's going in the frag montage.
Yeah, it has to be, but bottom line is, it wasn't any like noticeable pick I guess, it was the engineer I suppose, and while that's funny, it's certainly not a huge impact play right now. Still, Gaeta stays on point with it, and that's all that matters. So we'll see if Team 9 can finally break this right now. They still don't have yet as well, mind you, with Jack dying early as well. This will be really difficult. Times are dead even now.
And they've got the Sulu ad there from Matt J, and DuMmTm firing that sniper at the menu is going to definitely open up some space here. As we're trying to sit him on rock and just make them fear this sniper sightline. Jack kind of crossed it though, just drop into a bit of cover here, but I mean, decent sticks coming across the point here. Going to try and force them out into main. They're going to use in actually. I'm not really sure what for, maybe in response to the flank, but we'll see how this ends up. Delta's trying to do his best here, trying to reflect them back. Scram going down very low. Gambit going down for his troubles though, as everyone just kind of feeds in one more to try and get Matt J. He's duking for his life, avoids both the pipes.
Oh, I will try.
Hits Campfire. So close.
The pipe just went hitting at the end, the two just flying straight past Matt, unfortunately. With Jack dying for that, that might be the mistake to end the round here.
Yeah, Mars trying to first against the lead, he won't win on that one out. But Bees just go down here, both Slash Passes actually going down for the damage on the point to try and defend from Gaeta, so it's kind of all them scrambled and Honda to try and defend this. Fox could try and make his way behind as well. There's a lot of people from Team 9 trying to make their way in right now. Got the NG trying to lead the charge, goes down for his troubles, they try and get a bit of a coordinated push going in. Scout helps on the point, Fire goes down, Demo goes down, might open up some space, but it's still got to kill this heavy.
It's not much more time left on this point though, and Gaeta have the numbers to just walk back straight on it, and they're doing just that, and no one's in the way of that anymore now. Nice cleanup there onto everything around, and this is the last few seconds, and barely half the team will spawn in time to even get this into overtime, and even then, I don't think they can do this.
Managed to get some nice redeeming frag out of the heavy, but couldn't stop the camp just in time. But there we go. We'll actually have Scramble and Bees will be top scoring right there. Combo doing a bit of good work right there for Gaeta as they try and hold that point for a long time. So definitely sort of trying to even it out as that is a 3-1 for Gaeta on this map.
Yeah, certainly a fairly close game. 3-1, obviously, with a lot of rounds that went down to the wire, and like the first two were like really big swing rounds, I think, for Beaver's side. Yeah, this was very interesting to see how the teams tried to play around each other.
Yeah, I'll just say they're trying to take this momentum forwards actually, because going to Gully, I mean, it's sort of similar to Products in a way, but like I mean, it's gonna have a lot more stalemates. As I mean, you got like loads of chokes and stuff, whereas Products a lot more open. So I'm not sure. They'll have to, well, not sure how much they'll be able to defend on their snipers, but I mean, DuMmTm actually getting 4 dominations there. I didn't even see that. So, doing a lot of work for Gaeta and try and play around him. So, we'll have to see if they can try and reflect what they're doing with DuMmTm on Team 9 with Menti.
That was actually really close in sniper kills too, 35 to 31. A couple more deaths for Menti most notably made the difference, I want to say, but both snipers performing well. Doms, unfortunately, probably just reflect who he killed more so than just that he fragged in general. And yeah, if I look at the things here, that man had his target, Sniper and Demoman, were the picks of choice here. And that is obviously the big impact classes you want to see go down. So if you're still fragging like just as much as the other Sniper, while specifically getting the high impact classes, that certainly helps the entire team out quite a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame for Team 9, really, because, like, I mean, Jun almost did as much damage as Bees there, despite dying 8 more times. So I really think if they just manage to keep Jun alive and they focus down his assassin classes that keep trying to pick him up, they might be able to try and play around that a lot more. But I think if they work on the combo play and work on the Ubers and get them out, they might be in a bit of a better situation. I mean, they managed to defend Jack quite a lot there, so we'll have to see if they kind of reflect that in the future maps.
Yeah, the ability to do sacrifice was really good. The unfortunate part of all of this was every time it did go wrong, it really went wrong. I think that was 1 or 2 drops. It was 2 at least on the sack waves. So, like, Jack really trusts his team in those ones, and 90% of the time he can. Just those 10% are just, like, immediately making everything go haywire. And that's just on the whole team to try and fix here.
Yeah, so we'll see how the group play sort of plays out into these mids. But I mean, who's been like one of the key players from each team for you so far? Because I mean, it's kind of been very back and forth on some of the rounds, especially.
I mean, you mentioned the pick classes. Obviously, for Gaeta did really well. Menti certainly did a great job as well here. Beyond that, it's really difficult because at that point, you're just like listing how good a class plays on product, really, because Neverman's obviously doing a lot as well. And then it's just, oh yeah, the scouts can get in deep as well. I guess TK had some fairly solid bombs as well, if we want to like talk something lower down the heal rating here.
Yeah, I think product, like, I think the best teams will have the best sacks, in my opinion. And I think Gaeta, like, they did a few attempts, and like there was one round specifically where like they just weren't managing to find it. But I think once they found their groove and they managed to get the pacing right and they got the coordination in, and they got people across the point at the same time, it kind of just ended up falling out for them pretty much because like everyone else, like once the med went down, they got like the demo pick with the sniper or whatever. Everyone else kind of just fell apart. I really think for Team 9, and they didn't really manage to regroup properly before the end. So I think the pacing from Gaeta was kind of better in that map. So we'll have to see how they can apply that into Gullywash.
One thing though, I did not keep track of what the third map was. If you might enlighten me real fast.
I think we're seeing it's going to be upwards, so it's not all going to be it's not all going to be Feisty and Cough. We are going to be mixing it up if it does go for the third map. That is, so we'll have to hope that it does.
Okay, because the most playoffs games I've seen this season were like double payload. They went on for 3 hours.
Best of 3 payloads repeated. Oh, it's my favorite.
The worst case is best of 3 payloads when people don't know it's best of 3.
Yeah, and then they get debated, and then everyone's just in for the long run in like a 2.5 hour game.
That happened once, unfortunately. I went from Badwater to product back to Badwater.
Oh dear.
But what can you do? I would hope Div 1 players know what they're doing, at least a little bit. Certainly looks like it's over. Very well coordinated games here overall. So these teams are obviously good, but just good isn't enough. If you want to make it to Prem, you need to be part of the best here to be able to keep up with what's in Prem. So you need to be able to differentiate yourself, and so far Gaeta just does that bit better, a little bit more than the Germans can keep up with. Obviously, much different map now. Gullywash, you mentioned already, will play out massively differently. And the one thing that's similar will be that the mid-fights are hugely important, so we'll see how teams approach those.
Yeah, very true. Similar to Koff, I think in Gullywash, the mid fights can determine quite a lot of the pacing of the game, especially if you get the meds as well and your med stays alive. Obviously, similar to sixes in the way that if you manage to get the med and your med lives, it's just like you try and take that Uber in, try and just stomp them into the spawn and try and get that last cap off. So that can happen sometimes. We'll have to see how they neglect it. However, obviously in Highlander, you have, the likes of like a wrangled sentry and like the sniper and stuff that you've got to deal with like constantly, and the spy threat as well. So we'll just see how they can kind of push that back. But I mean, as you were saying before, the winner of this grand finals will actually be a guaranteed spot into Prem if they manage to stay together. So yeah, we'll have to see how that ends up and who will actually take that spot.
Yeah, every once in a while you can't be sure about teams actually sticking together. I'm not sure for the Germans. I haven't actually asked. I heard through secondhand Gaeta would very much like to stick together for next season as well, with the ambition obviously to still win this regardless, first of all. So guaranteed one of these teams wants to take their chance if they can. I'm not sure about the Germans, but I feel like they might, for what it's worth. Who knows?
Yeah, I know Gaeta. I know for some of them personally. I've played with bees in the past, and like I've murked for Gaeta actually quite a few times. So I know that they're really eager to learn, and like Matt J does like some mentoring and stuff as well. So they're eager to help out the community. So. But yeah, they've been together a while, so no doubt that if they do manage to pull this through, that they'll try and go this into season 22.
To be fair, for a team that's been in some way, shape, or form existent as long as Gaeta, you'd imagine that they would just do it for as long as they can anyway. So it would be surprising to just see them call it quits just when they reach the top.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they've been around a while. I mean, Matt J and Honjo have been kind of premiering it, I suppose.
Yeah, for the Germans, obviously different stories. This season project, I believe, I mean, some of them played before in sub capacity, obviously, but other than that, it's like really just like a new project. And I mean, it's clearly working well so far, but it still needs a little bit more right now to not just take on Gaeta, but also the rest of Prem. Let's see if they can find some answers here for the next 2 maps. I would imagine Gaeta picked the first map here being the higher seed out of playoffs. Or, well, they had to skip playoffs entirely, being first place out of the season, I guess.
Well, apparently, I was in from Scramble that the Gully and the Upward were picked by Gaeta. So that means that product actually was Team 9's pick. Although
that's rare.
Yeah, we haven't seen in the past, so that doesn't really matter. Sometimes, sometimes it's just picks, and then the like teams win opposite team picks maps or whatever, so it really just depends on how they can adapt and how much they can keep the focus going, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember like the cases where people do have the ability to first pick and don't, and really it's just Ox who just now won mid. So I mean, statistically it's working. It still doesn't happen much though.
Yeah, very true. Although I think we have got a bit of a C face fest in Gaeta right now, so they're kind of just lining up in the spawn, giving us a bit of a photo shoot. So really well played by them. I'm sure CJ will be really glad to see that. As we're waiting for this next game to roll out, but I don't know. I mean, what are your predictions right now? I mean, do you think Gaeta are going to keep this momentum and then make this like a 2-map for grand finals, or do you think they're going to have a bit of an upset?
I don't know. It's going to be difficult to say because I didn't really see them on Gullywash before, so I can't judge them specifically on this map, and it plays out so differently from a King of the Hill map that it could be a much different story. Certainly, Team 9's holds were looking really solid, I want to say anyway. It was more so troublesome on the actual playmaking part. Obviously, from map to map, that changes, but fundamentally, that should be fairly good for them on this map. So I want to expect a close game, if not anything else here. Just thinking about what works better for Team 9 here.
Yeah, true. I mean, I really think that this map is kind of... Well, again, it can be determined sometimes by snipers if you manage to break those stalemates with a decent sniper-v-sniper fight. Sometimes the Ubers as well. Like, you know, you get those decent Ubers in and you just kind of win the post-fight. It happens quite a lot on second sometimes on this map. But then you get some teams that try and push out of last, like, way too early, and they kind of neglect it, or like they forget about the lower rotation and they get completely flanked. I mean, I always think Gullywash is, like, the ultimate backcap map, and it annoys you every single time you get backcapped on it and just completely forget about it. So I'm hoping these teams don't make those simple mistakes. I mean, I'm sure they've played Gullywash enough at this point, so yeah, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, that's like two mentalities you have when you are on Gullywash, which is either we're like gonna try as much as we can to actually get out of here, which is risky for the reasons you just stated, not just that, but also just the fact that any fight on second, if the spawns are just better than anticipated, could be really sketchy for you, and you have to cross the side lane one way or another eventually here to come back in. So it's risky business to do that. However, if you're of the mindset that being stuck on last for 20 minutes is not going to benefit us either way, then maybe we'll see that out of one of these teams. I'd be surprised if it was either of them, to be fair. I've seen it in Div 2, I believe. On the other side, like I said before, a team approaching the being on last with the mindset of we can't really afford a mistake here, otherwise we will just lose a round of it. So we're taking this as slow as we can, and that can maybe lead to some arguably boring games, but it is very much understandable, the safe thing to do here, and in the end, like, one mistake can very much decide around here.
Yeah, very true. I mean, sometimes you do have to take some risks, especially on a map like this. Like, for example, if you're a round down and you're trying to push into last and you've got an Uber ad and you haven't really got any entry picks, or even actually say if it's even Ubers, some teams might not feel the need to kind of maybe trade Ubers. They might try and wait for an entry pick, but they'll be waiting for it for too long, and then by that time they've wasted 10 minutes, and then that's 10 minutes they could have been maybe getting another round or 2 rounds or whatever. So sometimes, yeah, you do have to take those risks and try and have that higher reward.
A lot of that just comes out of how much you trust your mid-fights, really. If you don't have any faith in your mid-fights, then there's no reason for you to take a risk out of last, because you'll just end up finding yourself in the same position again and again and again, and that's just something you cannot afford to have happen, because it's a map that you can definitely make yourself play slow if you want to and are good enough at it. If it just never comes to that out of the mid-fights alone, and it's just going to be over before it's even started.
Yeah, and I think the pacing sometimes is very determined by the sniper picks or the ability for the flank to get in behind. So I'll be really looking for them to just kind of play around the sniper if they get some sort of ad, especially to try and push back into the mids, or if they try and get their spy in behind, or whether the soldier manages to do the drop down jump on the mids. That's kind of a classic one. So I'll just see how that goes. But I think we're going to be going live very shortly on this Gullywash map, and just to remind you that Gaeta are one map up, I should say, on products after winning that 3-1. So we'll have to see how they do on this map. And the third map, if it goes to it, will be upward, which is payload. And here we go. So just for a reintroduction, this is the season 21 grand finals for Div 1 Highlander of Gaeta eSports versus Team 9 here on Gullywash, with Gaeta being one map up at the moment, so they can take the mid away, Dom.
Yeah, let's see how they approach this. You have a few options, but at the moment it looks like both teams taking it. Rather traditionally, both demos going choke, each team rolling out their own side for now. Mars with an early bomb, seeing if he can catch anything. Not much right now. Bonjour gets at least a knife by there to walk up enemy side. But so far, slow start, but immediately sped up quite a bit with PK just being spotted under the point. Stabbed immediately, and let's just go time for the Germans. Mars over point, do some damage, get the pick. Rest of the team cleaning up forward. Wiethoofd with 2 there as well will eventually get sniped, but Wizard doesn't have much backup on this mid fight anymore. It's just really him in the choke point.
Yeah, that no fear bombing from Mars, I think, really was the catalyst for that entire mid fight from Team 9. Bombs and gets some decent damage, picks up the demo with his rocket. and yeah, just manages to find that entry frag. So Swag getting caught out there as well. Swag's gonna be getting set on fire. Will be barely surviving there actually. So managing to live and calm that out. So we'll have to see if they try and take this in. They're 4 picks down right now actually on Gaeta.
Alright, let's see how this goes here. And also to answer the question in chat, any map is back-upable if you hold forward enough. But that aside, TK holding up top there very high in the sky. Would be a little bit of the clipping thing, you can stand up top, but people have been here before, Team I've seen this, and they checked for it in time. TK won't be getting any kind of this. Also leaves early for a second try around, was able to commit, and Jax just enough through the door for even the second and third rocket to do the job there.
Yeah, really well played by CK. I mean, he's definitely going to be, you know, a really big factor in this game, I think, especially on this map for Gaeta. Scramble taking a lot of damage there from the black box from Mars, but yeah, that force to Jack will be definitely delaying the push in here. I mean, they've already lost their sniper, their demo, and their heavy. Yeah,
the Gullywash certainly put a dent into anything they could do into the second point here, and they're not going to go anywhere on Team 9, so it's Gaeta's playtime right now with the Py-bun, everyone alive, and not much more to deal with as well. Mars being most notably the only one forward, gets shut down quickly. At least they get one in return, and it's a really good one.
Yeah, Menti, again, throwing the needle, going to be finding that med pick. Bit of maybe complacency from Matt J, kind of assuming the sniper was pushed out. We've got to push in for him from Scrambled. Jack going to be trying to back away, got Swipes trying to revolve him down, not managing to find it. Gambi doing his best to trying to deny this choke area, but Quintos is on this high ground doing his best to deny as well. So Jack going to be living through that ultimately. But yeah, I mean, that Menti pick onto Jack going to be definitely turning things around there. I mean, sorry, onto Matt J.
Yeah, and that's the one you need to look out for. I mean, you just have to expect there's something in choke at this point. The sniper has all incentive to do it as well, and getting sniped like that will hurt quite a bit here. They are still beating some spawns here, but maybe not by enough. They're trying to get through choke still without Evil being up for them. Maybe get some pressure enough to force Jack out, and he wants to go in, maybe more so than everyone else on the team, but it doesn't matter. They're here now, and they're trying to make this work, but they're just too late, I think.
Oh, they underestimated how long he was going to last, though. Heavy goes down, Matt J goes down, maybe? No, he lives just about. Doesn't bite his afterburn. Jesus, skin of his teeth.
And they committed so much into this push as well. Everyone's just super scrambled right now. And it's just a really messy fight because of this, but just a bit better for Gaeta having those heals up at the end of this one. Man, just really lucky that Power missed at like one particle worth of flame damage there.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate to pick up that mid pick, but I mean, Quintos still in this choke, he tried his best to try and defend for a bit, but distract them, but they're going to get this cap time pretty quickly. But 100% on Matt J, sitting pretty comfortably with his team outside the shutters, going to be prepping to go into lobby area. As Honjo's got his mini sitting there, he's going to be trying to scan out the lobby area, just find a soldier, he's going to be retreating right now, but I've seen them try and take this Uber approach.
Enlighten me, what's like the more common side here on this map for sentry guns? Because I have seen every once in a while level 3s on the team that's in the more offensive position, but I feel like more traditionally these mini sentries like Honjo's doing right now, because you can't just plop one down immediately when you push into last. However, being able to just force a level 3 into last as well while you're pushing, it sounds really powerful as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to go for this level 3. I mean, they're going to try and use the Uber to focus it down. It's not really covering the point too much, though. And as I say that, Del is going to be doing a lot of damage onto the point. Scramble going to be getting onto it now. It's going to be a lot of damage from Scramble. The Uber comes out just last second from Jack. He'll be trying to Uber his spy to try and get rid of Loopy, but he's trying to take a 1v1 with a scout. It's not going to be the best of thingies. Jack loses the 1v1 to the scout. There we go, expected. So really well played from Loopy there just to wait that out. And, well, I don't know. I'm kind of flabbergasted about that push. It was absolute chaos.
Yeah, really close call in the end, and now we have a game on our hands. 1-0 lead for Gaeta allows them to take this whichever way they need to, given the situation. If they're just forced on the back foot, they have now time to play with on the lead. It will be all on Team 9 now.
Yeah, I mean, they've got that pressure in already, so be one round up for Gaeta, but I mean, got an early jump in from Mars actually. Even trying to deny Honjo from walking up here, but it'll be both teams sort of sitting passive on either side of the point. Although, as I say that, both heavies going to be trying to walk forward onto the point, so I was getting caught out there very early on. Both heavies going to be edging the point. Oh, Quintos has to protect this demo. Very unfortunate peek there. As the sort of Scrum manages to find out. Got demo pressure on the point, manages to pipe the demo, the heavy as well, and we've got Jack running for his life, so I think that was going to be a mid-4 against that.
Yeah, much better result than last time. Last time it was a loss for them, but a really close one overall, and now it's just a much different story here. Late kill on the medic as well.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you want to see, not just the kill, but as late as possible. And Mars could get an even later one, but force it will be in the end with some help by Amaterasu. Maybe not quite a late kill, but suddenly all the wins out of the sales here for Gaeta. They could have perfectly took this into last right now, but Well, they do have the powerful position here of being on second. It's not as enjoyable anymore, seeing as they can't just push in at any convenience now.
Yeah, that was a huge force, to be fair, so well played there to get that force, but I mean, Magic getting pressure by the Spy here could be going down as the Spy, but we're trying to rebuild right now on last. I mean, Gullywash last, like I was saying, kind of notably hard to try and push out, so they're not going to be rushing out anytime soon. We're trying to build up this level 3. We've got Minty actually peeking the balcony here, trying to find something, but Loopy's going to try and scout out this river area for his team, but at the moment they're just going to be trying to build Uber a bit far back, and I think both teams are going to be trying to take that approach.
Let's see who will make the first move here. It should be Gaeta, having a lot less of a risk to make a play here, and it looks like it will be Loopy scrambled onto point. Maybe just by themselves, maybe to make a play for someone else, but then I don't even get to point.
Oh my god, huge double kill from Magister there against the Stab. I don't know how the hell that happened, but there we go. Spy class in a nutshell. But we've got this defense still being very strong now. D9.
Swipes and Magister just bumped into each other invisibly under point, and Magister wins the melee fight.
Spy 1v1, you love to see it. He gives him the taunt as well, I didn't even see that, oh god.
That is a sword fight, I guess, as for now, however, that doesn't matter too much. They find Honjo, which is another nice little kill to have. That's also the gun, pretty much defends this in lobby, but that's really all they have right now, and I don't think that will actually be enough to really prompt much aggression out of last. They can peek a little bit onto lobby. Magister can just go have his fun up top, I guess, as well. No one's really taking care of him too much, and while that sounds nice, as long as they are safe about him with the combo, it doesn't matter too much how much he's getting, as long as he's not getting them all at the same time.
Yeah, that was well played from Jun actually. I mean, almost got really close and cloaked there by Swipes, but he does go down for his troubles. We're trying to stick off the shutters here, but I don't know. What's the other trying to take this? Luby tries to go in from behind here, but Quintos can be watching that back as they're trying to walk in through into the sticks, but they managed to get the Uber off just in time before Magic dice stack. They're trying to take this Uber trade. Very awkward positioning for this Uber trade to take place, kind of in the lower area of the lobby, but I mean, there's already kind of some pressure in Shutter, trying to make their way out, but I don't know. I mean, I think Gabe just be trying to back out here.
I really like the start of Team 9. They perfectly anticipated that Gaeta will try to get him behind for the backup and just stood there, having not used the Uber yet in the way of last, and no one could do anything about it. And if this Uber was any more forward by Gaeta, they would have not even gotten past Rune Stickies. However, with June out of the equation, all of a sudden, all of that might just not matter anymore.
Yeah, DuMmTm being really aggressive there, always trying to lead the charge in, Sniper in front of the whole of his team as the swipe stabs come out, and he gets a sort of fadeaway pick there, but I mean, Jack going to be living importantly, he's going to be trying to build up that Uber as fast as he can, but yeah, really good infantry frags there for Swipe.
Yeah, and suddenly we're back where we started, and I don't think this will go anywhere else just quite yet. Spawns are pretty much here, the Ubers are close enough for me to not imagine Gaeta will try to do something funny here. You'd expect at this point, and the Jack has now, so they're certainly too late anyway. June has a trap forward, and the one way to check it is to just have him dead on you, I guess.
Takes the point-blank approach, but Swipes trying to jump on top of Quintosh's head. He manages to find it, though. Fair play. They lose 3 as a trade, though. Going to be well, only 6 players trying to go into this, so they're going to try and back out for a bit. I didn't even see them use Uber there, actually.
Yeah, they were like in River. Everyone took like a face full of stickies in River, and they just say, yeah, we're just using here. I guess we tried to catch Demo Man. Unfortunately, though, the 3 picks that Team 9 got weren't like the big ones. Sure, the pick houses are nice, but ultimately you're really worried about the combo in the front of you right now to stop you, and they're certainly doing that just now, still holding up top here.
Surprised they didn't try and maybe take this Uber into them. I'll say that Jack's trying to get in position. I mean, Jun's still up here, going to pressure them out. The Sea scrambled, but I don't know whether they know that the med's left here. Jun going down quite low to the heavy, but with the Gambit, going to be trying to take him out. But I mean, Match is still in this sort of lower big door area as Mars trying to make his way in, but I don't know, it kind of slowed the pace of the game down a bit.
Well, Gaeta might have now, however, all of this just took them so long that they gave up all the position here, so really like careful approach about leaving last, but they did at all this time, as long as this might have taken, still leave last at the end of the day, so Team 9 certainly able to be dealing with the pressure from the backup potentially and not succumb to that and still make their way out to second, so difficult stuff being done here, and they're doing it just fine for now. Still, they need a lot more than that to actually make this game again, to make this a tie and come back here.
Yeah, managed to getting caught out there, trying to find his way in, but doesn't manage to find it. I mean, we've got this sort of classic mid-stalemate with both sides having Ubers, so I don't know, I'm kind of looking to see if they bring their sniper through big door, whether they want to try and get their soldier through drop down. I mean, a lot of people forget about the drop down, actually, even though they haven't got visual on the choke, but at the moment they do have that visual, and Mintz could try and make the best of it if he can, but Ultimately, it is still one round up for Gaeta, so I mean they can kind of park the bus if they want.
Yeah, and they're not really doing that too much, at least. They have some people behind, enough for them to start the pressure through choke, and it's working quite nicely, because so many people were falling back to do with Poncho and Co, and that just doesn't leave much of the front edge anymore. That is all the way in deep. The problem is, all of them in the backlines went down, so there's also not much of the Uber now.
Yeah, Del doing his best to try and blast them back in, but I mean, they're kind of just feeding one by one here into the demo Pyro combo. Scramble going down as well. Magic going to be taking the wise decision to leave as the rest of the team comes out. Marge with a decent conch here, actually trying to force the aggression in onto the mid. Gets a nice shot onto TK, nice rocket there, as he tries to spam across the point and try and lead the charge still. Loopy trying wisely back up here, as they can't really afford to stay in here without the rest of their combo.
Yeah, you'd think it's unfortunate that the medic doesn't die, and it is, to be fair, but Mars dealing like that good damage onto TK there just means they definitely can't stay, especially the numbers down there. So spawns are now here. They will be able to stay on second, but they have to say goodbye to mid for now. Swipe's the only one really there, and if you're careful about it, it still won't amount to too much, so we'll see how this goes. For now, Team Nein slowly but surely make their way across the map here.
Yeah, thinking about going choke here, but I mean, Wiethoofd's got his sightlines on that. Well, the demo actually sort of walking up here. B's maybe trying to look to get some sneaky sticks in. Maybe catch out Mars here. He does manage to get the soldier there, so unfortunate by Mars. But I mean, there's not really any big rotations coming in right now. They have actually had 100% this whole time, and I don't know whether they've realized that they've kind of just misused the serve.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. For now, obviously, with none of this being used, it will be going to even Ubers. Both teams having and not having an inherent advantage right now unless they force one in there somewhere. We'll see how this goes. For now, the only aggressive players are June on one side and Wizard on the other, trying to go aggressive for some damage. He's not working just yet, but we'll see sooner or later someone's gonna just make either one great play or one bad one.
Yeah, they've decided to go big door now, though. I think they've been called out as Jin's trying to make his way in. Maybe thinking about going low and wrapping around behind. Hunter's Mini will trying to catch them out, and Loopy tries to face the brunt of it, but will go down for troubles. As they're actually 2 down already right now. We've got a level 3 from Iroh being built in Big Door, so whether they want to use it as level 3, I doubt it. But they, as I say that, they do actually want to use it, and they're not trying to trade this Uber out.
Yeah, I mean, how so? They have to chase all the way deep into their own lobby, knowing they'll be stuck in a really awkward position if they do, so they're just staying on second for now, but that doesn't help much either, because they're still pretty much stuck here. The sticks out, getting blown early, but they lose Scrambled, they lose Mad as well with that, so leaving at this point hardly accomplishes anything. You need to get towards the medic here somewhere, and Jack is in some trouble. I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, like, he did a decent job there of actually not using, like, you mentioned that. I say that, Loopy goes onto him. Oh, he gets dropped! He kept it for too long! Oh, very unfortunate. Really well played by Loopy though there to sort of wrap around. Kind of doing a loop-de-loop, as I should say, as a bit of a pun, but Tika trying to spam them out a bit, but yeah, very unfortunate there. But I mean, ultimately they do count this point out in the face of all that.
I don't want to single-handedly put everything down Iroh here, because there were a lot more people up, but if like no one's with your medic and you're just in Big Door with your gun alone and just whacking away, then you could be doing so much more impactful things that just like being with your medic there in any capacity when everyone else is busy killing a sniper that you want to see die. It's tough. I mean, that all needs to happen in the first place, and they thought Loopy left. Certainly were too naive to just realize he can just come back the second time around.
Yeah, it's kind of weird actually as well, because I don't know why Jack didn't kind of position back towards the sentry if he was in that mindset of like, okay, well I don't want to use it, I want to keep it for last, and then he decided to
the
kind of
sniper
catch
was
up with
still up
his team.
as well, and he was behind the point somewhere with sideline into Big Door. He could have maybe sneaked past, but he would have to cross the sideline at least once to get in the safety of the corner near the gun. Yeah,
true. It's always that kind of decision making that always happens on medic, and it's a nightmare of some people when they play that class. But I mean, we've got Swipes kind of trying to make his way around all the way here, but I mean, they've kind of again. I think that was a bit of an ad again, but I don't know whether it was that big, but I've got some people trying to scout out last here, but I don't know, I think they might try and take this in. I mean, they need to have some aggression here. They've got half the map time left, got 15 minutes, and they need to try and get some rounds on the board.
Yeah, however, I mean, despite this being one down, we've been on their own last this round already, and they made their way all the way back here, so it could be a lot worse for Team Nein, but it just needs this finishing touch that is difficult to accomplish. Obviously, Gaeta wasn't able to do so just a few minutes ago. Let's see if Team Nein eventually finds some success here. Maybe just some better places to get the start. I believe the last time Gaeta tried anything funny into last, it was just this scout-heavy play on the point.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether they know the percentages, because they've been really passive for ages. I mean, they're going to start walking into the lobby right now, but I mean, they've killed a good, like, 90 seconds there, just kind of waiting in. Big Door for seemingly no reason, but I'm trying to walk this in now. Maybe thinking about going short or going river here with this Uber. haven't got any sticks actually preemptively coming out to defend this sort of corner, but Honjo is actually on minis here, trying to defend this, and the Spy getting caught out early is not going to be a good start.
Well, if you're having minis up, I guess you really need to be quick about just constantly supplying a new one when it goes down. That's the only benefit you have here over level 3. Just being the ability to just put on new ones all over the place as quickly as you can. So that has to be of impact here at some point. We'll see if it will be. For now, it is very much Team 9 that have to make the play here. And we haven't seen much yet. As you mentioned, they wasted a good amount of time here before. At the very least, it wasn't ever really in like advantage position for Team 9. So waiting just that little bit more makes not much of a difference. As long as they don't start wasting 10 minutes. Because at that point, the game's just going to run away from them. So Gaeta very much incentivized to just wait for Team 9 to mess up.
Yeah, Magic's getting caught out again as well. Not going to be a very good entry. I think they're going to be trying to wait for some sort of an entry frag here. I mean, they get swipes, but it's just a spies. So. Gaeta smartly not overcommitting here. You know, they're not just being out of position. They're going to be trying to stay safe with their medic. They're kind of covering all the angles. TK's going to be watching this balcony, and they got Wiethoofd actually interestingly watching the river area with the help of his spy. But I mean, at the moment, Team 9, I really think need to try and show some initiative here because they're kind of sitting in this big door spot again.
Yeah, let's see if anyone's taking bait, but I would assume not really, because what did Skater really have to go for anything interesting into second here if they can just wait for the play and have at best some traps forward, which are clearly working. Mind you, for Bees and the sniper with that too, to just punish everyone trying to commit here. Zach comes in by Mars at least, trying to catch something there, and well, he does jump in the middle of everyone. It just kind of means he really doesn't have a good target on anyone at all.
Yeah, and this is the problem you see if you don't take this lobby space. Like, you're enabling the demo to sometimes be able to just lock off the shutters, and then you're kind of forced to take the top space, but then not everyone can really get to the top space that easily because you have to rotate all the way around on the point and then climb it. So, I don't know, they're kind of just biding the time here. I think they're probably doing a smart play here. They're not going to be taking any chances as they catch out that spy as well, trying to combat what they're doing. Matt J still staying on us 100%, but they're going to be trying to walk into lobby right now, Team 9, so let's see where they go.
Yeah, let's see. In the meantime, now Hunter switched to level 3s. I guess the threat of an immediate push where you just need any sort of denial quickly is gone, and they just had the time now to set up something, and certainly see that one coming. A lot of people under point, and they will actually use straight away. People still weak under point, though.
They decide to use on a solo scout into a level 3. Very brave. Honjo doing a really good job there trying to wrangle him out. And the thing is as well, that level 3 caused way more problems than it should have done because everyone going into under there was on half health as they got hit by the sentry rocket. So, I mean, decent play by Honjo there to try and set that up. Quintosh doing his best to try and survive there in the underspace. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, Gaeta, I think they'll be holding on to this just for now.
Well, but this could have also been so much more for Gaeta. Ultimately, people just underpoint delaying this forever, are just dragging this on for so long. Gaeta can't go anywhere at all, so while not great, it could have been far worse for Team 9, and some of them even drag some down late as well. Lucy and Wizard still going down at the very end of this one. Means that certainly nothing is happening here out of last, and with Loopy down straight away again, there's just some more chances Menti might just do something here.
Yeah, Menti just getting a bit bored there. I mean, I don't blame him. He could be trying to get that miracle shot in, just managed to get the shot into the scout, but no medic for now. As Andre Sentry still going to be trying to watch that start line a bit, but I mean, we've got sort of TK trying to watch this balcony here, swipes, does get caught out here almost, manages to live by the skin of his teeth, but we're trying to get people across this sight line now, taking a bit less damage from that gun, and the gun does actually go down, so a bit more of a coordinated push in maybe from Team 9.
Yeah, the gun down early. However, obviously Honjo is very much aware that something funny will happen here, so the gun is back up. At least something level 1 will do. As Eva comes again, the scout Uber here. This time only level 1 to deal with, but this time Gaeta Super looks so much better, just dealing with everyone on point so much more effectively. They're dealing so much damage on the...
Yeah, and this is the real risk as well of when you try and trade Ubers on the Gullywash. It's like, I really think they need to try and trade the Ubers into the main area rather than under, because like a lot of their focus is under right now. Whereas they need to deal with this gun, they need to kill the people on top that aren't really easily flashed and stuff. So, you know, get those picks first and then take that post fight after they like sort of kite it back and then come back in for a regroup. But at the moment it's kind of an all commit and it's just not really working out for them, unfortunately, and Gaeta doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, and unlike last time, like you said, it's an all commit, which means that everyone's pretty much down here and still not properly up at the time to push into second happens. Last time they could prevent that from happening. This time around, this will be sub-momentum to Gaeta, not just second, advantage into mid as well. They took so long to get this whole progress over the map started, and it might just all be reverted here in a few seconds' time.
Yeah, Jacko's actually peeking out here, not going to be just saying choke, but he is still relatively passive as he probably should be, knowing that they do have Uber ad on the side of Gaeta. Actually got an interesting telly still up, well, as I say, that's what gets the sapper onto it, but Honjo's still on level 3, so they're going to be keeping this alive. Well, I'll say that's level 2, but We're trying to maybe think about bringing that in, but Gaeta, again, aren't really rushing this. I mean, again, no reason to, since it's already one round up. It's going to be trying to wait for them to make mistakes and then capitalize off whatever they do.
Let's see what it will be here. Like you said, they're just taking it nice and safe. However, Team 9 don't have that luxury right now. Sure, the game will still take a few more minutes to actually clock down to the finish, but sooner or later the pressure will start kicking as well, and then you really start seeing the mistakes happen and come out of Team 9 if they don't get anything done before like the last few minutes of the game here.
Yeah, DuMmTm just kind of staring down the sideline. Menti getting a nice headshot onto him with the help of Jun, actually managed to find that sniper pick, so decent sort of timing there from both of those players. As he's trying to control this choke sideline, but they need to do something with this. It's just a demo. I really think they should try and press this demo. It's very extended. Jun trying to take the best of that, but not really going in. I mean, they lose 2 there. As in return, I don't even know how many went down there. I'm guessing it's through some big door pressure.
Yeah, the bottom line is 2 down each. Means no one has like much better position than the other one. The sniper pick, I guess, is more impactful here than the other 2 would be, but there's only so much they can do with that anyway. And certainly for now.
Oh!
I was taking it too much. Ooh, never mind.
Wow, Mars getting a really nice rocket there. Kind of a semi-air shot, I think, onto the demo. I mean, a bit of a complacency from Bees there. I really think he should have been looking at the choker. Can't just looking behind, waiting for heals, I think, and didn't really expect him to peek it. So, a bit of a misplay on his part, but I mean, they're going to be trying to peek in now. I'm not sure how much they can try and make with the space, but they do have Uber and they do have a demo man class. Trying to make their way in there. It's going to be a solo demo pretty much onto Delt, trying to deny space, but you've got Mars trying to make his way in the back, but Scramble going to be spamming him down. We've got the Pyro trying to walk onto the demo and the Soldier. Mars going down to Afterburn. Medi goes down as well in the choke as TK was finding that one. So, a bit of a tragic push there from T9.
Yeah, Quintos tries to at least take out something with himself. True choke, but it's not gonna happen, and like you said, this is not looking pretty for Team 9 right now. They're losing mid out of this for sure at this point. No one can really get in. Gambit tried, but tries all he will do there. They spotted Magister as well, not really taking care of him just yet, but he's too weak to really do anything at all that now. And that just means more space for the taking, as the spawns are not even all here for second.
Menti is in the shot, though. I'm going to be watching him. He's trying to look for this medic pick, maybe. As I don't know whether they even know he's here, even though they should be able to hear the sniper shots. Gets the shot onto Honjo, almost makes him drop his sentry, but took him down. But there we go, DuMmTm cleans him up. Getting that counter sniper frag as they're 2 down right now. Both assassin classes down for them, and I don't think they're going to be able to contest this space very easily as they have 100% walking into lobby.
Alright, so 10 minutes later, we are back to Gaeta's attempt on the last push here. Didn't work last time around, but Team 9's attempts also falling short after, what, 2 goes? And now it's Gaeta's playtime here again, and if they can get anything started here, this is looking mighty dire for Team 9 to make the comeback in, at that point, like about 5 minutes.
Magister gets the opening pick onto the sniper though as they try and Uber in here. They've been facing a level 3 though. Iroh not managing to wrangle it, but just going to be sort of healing it with his wrench as it goes down to about 1 health. Does manage to find out lots of cap time though. Almost capping that one out. Very close, so a bit of a clutch play coming in from Quintosh and Gambit there to try and deny that point. But ultimately the push not paying out, but you know, they've got all this time to regroup. They are on the offense here, so they've got a lot of points still in their control. So you know, this is what I mean about that high risk, high reward thing, and unfortunately didn't pay out.
Yeah, and this time there wouldn't be enough time, but it doesn't matter, because the man of the hour is the spy, and no one checked for it in time. And it's just like that, it can be over. You said it's high risk, but so is it to push out of last year. I was about to just start going on that they don't have much time to make the comeback happen through last to last, but now they have to do it twice in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, for a split second I thought like the config had just ended or something. Like it took me a few seconds to realise what just happened. But there we go, yeah, I mean, as I was saying, backcap central can be this map, but I mean, nice early bomb in for TKX on this mid, going all the way over to the enemy big door. Gonna be trying to find that sniper pick, so if they try and play around the sniper, it might open up a lot of space. Heavy goes down the point, Mars trying to get in the back line as well for his banana, tries to bomb us to the point, Match going down, very weak, but Jack does actually go down there, so only 3 up right now for T9, and Gaeta gonna be controlling this mid.
Very much so as well. 2 survivors. I think DuMmTm's even a spawner anyway, so it's effectively a full wipe here in favor of Gaeta, and they just need to play safe right now. Sure, we've seen them take some risks here, but the backup made it be rewarded in the end. At this point, it hardly matters. There's so little time for Team 9 to make the comeback happen. As long as they don't all die at the same time and collectively decide, yeah, the killbind's a funny button, they can take this home fairly easily if they just don't make any severe mistakes now.
Yeah, 5 minutes, looking very, very sketch, as I'm used to saying. Got Match sort of walking up here, got a spy over the close. Oh, still manages to get that close to you. No one turns around in that corner. Disrespect for the spy class. And he throws that needle and gets the medic pick as the Uber drops. But I mean, we've got a bit of an ad now, obviously, on Jack. In response to that, we're going to try and sack in here as the demo trying to get some pipes and sticks in here onto this gun. Arrow's gun does go down, but with that medic going down, I don't think they're going to try and push this anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, certainly Gaeta at this point just figures out, yeah, they can't push out if we get them first. All they're getting is Venti, which I guess is a nice pick to have, but with Wizard the only man left standing here, there's not too much they can do. Never mind! Medic right in front of them, and everyone's way too slow there, and suddenly, as little wind there was in that sail, it's all gone now.
The lols in the chat, there we go, the foot getting that one, well played by him, but we're trying to contest the they're actually going into the mid here without a medic. Very ballsy play from Tina.
They don't have much of a choice though, they really need to at this point, and they have to take like arguably bad plays at this point and make them work in their favor if they won't have to have any chance. This round needs to be over before the minute mark, really.
I'm trying to pressure on this choke as Mars is going to be helping out with that, but they managed to pick up Loopy and Del. They're going down for now, but they're going to be holding this choke right now. They actually have an ad here, so it's going to be kind of risky for them to try and push in. But Gaeta, maybe they're going to go back in here. They're just trying to scout it out. Heavy trying to peek this, but B's going to be doing a job of just sort of spamming them out through this choke area.
Yeah, not much more time left though. Basically 2 minutes for this round to happen, and then the perfect one afterwards is like about how this will go down, so they can't afford to really sit here and just play the Ubers at this rate. There's like another 30 seconds wasted that they don't ever get back.
Yeah, Mars actually managed to get some decent rockets through choke again, actually, onto the sniper this time. But Tika going down there to Magister. The flank was proving big though, and a bit of a rotation coming in though. And it's the flank, it's actually the combo. We've got Jack and Jun both in here on the point, but they've still got to use the Uber into them. They didn't bet on this Uber being here still. Jack's trying to take the 1v1 with the demo. Managed to get Uber to actually stay alive for a bit. And there we go.
Yeah, but the fact that Uber came out here means it won't be up for last. And as long as they're stuck capping here and only have Gambit really into last as well, they won't be finishing this round off quickly at all. Loopy's also denying the cap still, so certainly just slowing things down where they need it to be. And even then, even if this were to end on the next interaction here, it's so difficult to get another round on top of this.
Yeah, I think they're really going to be biting themselves in the butt there with letting them have that spy back cap. That's exactly what I was saying before about something that can happen and people need to be aware of. Majesty gets the mid pick though, Matche going down. Majesty trying to carry the whole team right now. These spy stabs trying to make his way into this point. We've got Scramble still just sort of lurking underneath the point there trying to defend. But I don't know whether they'll be able to, I mean they need a really fast Uber build here and then some sort of mega Gullywash cap. They want to try and even this up at least.
Yeah, and like a mid wipe on top of things as well, where everything goes perfect. This is so many odds stacked against them, but they have no chance but to play the odds here.
Trying to take this fight in there. Do you manage to get the heavy pick though? They're trying to take us all under, but they shouldn't really do this. This is the problem. We said everyone under. They're going to be Ubering in, but they've got to try and fight into the stick. Scout gets launched into the face of the Matje. Amak actually managed to get that pick with the help of Iro, but managed to get quite a lot of damage down. But the return damage comes in from TK and the help of swipes as they're down. Mars gets it, and they managed to get a clutch round. Oh my god!
They just walk out of sight of it.
Yeah, it's too late though. I think like they're pretty sure it's impossible in like 70 seconds.
It is, but it needs to be perfect to the degree that it's so unlikely if Gaeta just gets like 3-4 kills at this rate. The medical alone would pretty much end this as well. So we'll see.
Yeah, they have to double key this mega hard, but I think we're actually seeing a crit come out from Jack as he's trying to heal his demo and his pyro up into this forward space. Trying to take aggressive mid here. I mean, they kind of have to. TK with the bomb in though, neglecting the soldier. Oh, gets the third rocket off, even using the black box. Oh, what a play from him as the bomb doesn't get denied. Gambit going forward in though, trying to get some pressure onto the medic. Very kind of even back and forwards fights here, but they managed to get this cap. I'll just see them try and run this forward with armor.
Even then, though, the back cap is so just gonna happen at this point. Yeah. The cap time is like 16 to 19 seconds, I believe, on ×2, and with ×3 in the point, they're certainly just outcapping Amaterasu.
Yeah, very fortunate if Alan was like, oh, I guess I could do something here, but no, too many players alive on that mid to try and deny that. But yeah, this is unfortunately it's going to be downtime right now, and that is going to be a 2-1 win on Gullywash for Gaeta eSports. I mean, it looked a bit sort of a bit of stalemate there, but like I said before, I think they're really going to be disappointed with that back cap. Because I mean, if that back cap didn't happen, it actually would have been even right now. It would have been more.
Yeah, they would have still been on last, so it would have been interesting to see if they would have got out of there in, what was it, like 6 minutes time again, after it took them so long last time to get to last in the first place, and then make a successful play. It would have been a whole different game for sure. In the end, it was still fairly close, but Gaeta just about coming out on top here. So congratulations to Gaeta making it to the top of Division 1, and with that, 2 Premiership guaranteed as well, and well deserved in the end.
Yeah, I think they definitely played a little better though. In general, like I think the river pushes were a bit more on point. Their defenses, I think, were kind of what really defined their gameplay there. Like they weren't overcommitted. They stayed together. They stayed with their mid a lot. Majesty got a few kills here and there. Menti got a few kills here and there, just to kind of get the return favors in. But even with those kills, they were still able to regroup and then get the points and pushes in. But I mean, I think it was really interesting because, like, you know, there was like what 20, 15 minutes there where there was only one round cap just because of all the stalemates, and they slowly worked their way back in. But that's the thing of Gullywash. You see, like, you know, some teams are really good at slowing it down, like Gaeta did there, and some teams are kind of impatient and they kind of feed some people in. But you know, that's just how teams work in Gullywash sometimes with Highlander. But Gaeta definitely getting the bill on that one.
Yeah, in the end, all that matters is the finishing touch, and Team 9 just took way too long to get one on the board here, unfortunately for them, and it just hurt so bad in the end, I guess, assume for them to just see it slip away like this, but that's how it is sometimes, and hey, there's always a next season, and with next season comes, I suppose, a Premiership qualifier. We'll see who is around for that season, I guess, for them to maybe make a stance for themselves to, yeah, we might have lost this, but it was close enough for us to have the faith in our team to make it still happen to Premiership.
Yep, very true. Highlander does go on, but I mean, looking at the logs of a roundup. Interestingly, we do actually have both demos going 24-14 on that Gullywash, so being pretty even. And Quintos actually top fragging there with 29-13. So I think some of those frags might have been the last second thing in those last couple of minutes, but still did a decent job of trying to protect where he could. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, as I said before, like, you know, products being a lot more of a map for Menti, a lot more open space, and it doesn't have to worry about the choke so much. But on this map, you know, it's 14-22, not able to find that space as much, unfortunately. Wasn't opened up by his team as much. But yeah, I think ultimately it just kind of came down to the Uber pushes in and just the patience from Gaeta.
Yeah, really, really a close game, but like you said, Gaeta just having those key interactions be better for them, like the holes and stuff like that, and obviously a better first map in general as well, not just obviously Gullywash being things that went well here overall. So they will take this one home. That will just about wrap up the season. There's one more game left to go that's open grand finals next week, which is Gaeta eSports against Monkey Mode under 12, which is like 8th seed against 2nd. So
Ooh.
You don't see that too much, I guess.
Yeah, that's got to be a rare one. I don't think I've seen that on the wall. But there we go. I think that will wrap it up for me. And as you say, congratulations to Gaeta, commiserations to Team 9. But I'll have to see how Gaeta fare in Prem next season if they stay together and they want to carry on with that. But thank you all for watching. If you want to check us a follow, much appreciated, or as a sub, much appreciated. And also a shout out to our sponsors, Antline, Mob Mic Wireless. As you can see the advert at the start of the stream. But yeah, thanks William for the production, and also you, Dom, for being with me on this cast, because I didn't think there'd be anyone else here for a few seconds.
Yeah, shout out to the mid game before this, not going to free maps. Very generous of everyone involved. And yeah, don't forget to check all of us out on Twitches and Twitters. For me, it's just DuMmTm on both Twitter and Twitch. Oh, you don't know if you have Evo Flows back?
Yes, mine's just Buck824.
Yeah, that's it from us, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be just rounding it up. So thank you everyone for joining us. This has been the Gaeta versus Team 9 Grand Finals Div 1 Highlander Season 21. Gaeta winning that one out on Gullywash and Product, respectively. So stick around for more Critscats action in the future. Might see that open one at some point. But yeah, also check out the award show that will probably be up at some point as well when ETF2L website comes back up. So keep checking to see if that is alive and well. So thank you very much again. And we'll see you next time. Good night.
Hi, old beaver! Away!